ATF agents say untraceable weapons are starting to show up on crime scenes here in Texas, threatening public safety. They're called ghost guns. One man behind adding these guns to the streets is right here in Austin.
We are trying to affect American gun politics. We're completely committed to what we're doing.
29-year-old Cody Wilson is taking aim at gun control.
We will make this a reality.
He's trying to forge a new future for firearms by removing the barriers for access and ownership.
We will force a kind of respect, political or otherwise, upon the people's free and universal access to arms.
Wilson made history by developing the first 3D printed single-shot handgun in 2013.
You release your trigger.
His mission is to create the world's first wiki weapon and share the plans of the 3D printed gun on the internet.
We were shut down like 2 days after that pistol was developed and then released.
As he continues fighting the State Department in court, his company, Defense Distributed in Austin, launched a new operation.
The government will shut down one project, we start up another.
Here, Wilson makes and sells what he calls the Ghost Gunner milling machine. This machine precisely drills holes in a metal piece called a lower receiver, so you can build an AR-15 rifle in your garage.
I feel confident that there are at least 20,000 AR-15s out there that wouldn't be out there without this machine. And there's no strings on them, right? You don't know where they are.
You don't know where they are because the government can't track this weapon. Cody Wilson's machine mills out this section, the trigger mechanism. You can buy the rest of the gun off the internet. No serial number, no background check, and it's perfectly legal. But ATF says they are concerned about these weapons.
Our job is harder because it's impossible for us to figure out where it came from.
Are you starting to see ghost guns show up at crime scenes?
Yes, we are starting to see them here in Texas. If it shows up on a murder scene, we don't have any way of going back to see who originally purchased that gun and then track it to, hopefully, the person who pulled that trigger. Any gun, without a serial number that's untraceable is a concern of ours, and it should be a concern for the public.
They should be. ATF should be concerned.
Wilson says it's inevitable that ghost guns will end up at crime scenes, and he says there are not a lot of them out there yet.
It's still completely outside the norm for gun crime to involve these types of weapons.
But he welcomes the controversy.
This is thoroughly an enjoyable thing. And it's kind of like playing Battleship. I mean, when I see fire, when I see the government bureaucrats kind of scatter and stuff, I know that I'm onto something.
As Wilson continues to promote the decentralized distribution of weapons, he says there are new plans in the works for the Ghost Gunner machine. And as far as what's next?
Look, if I was to answer that question honestly, that would be a problem. I want something truly, truly fundamental shifted in the internet. This is about to be for keeps, and I'm about to make it, and no one's even trying to really stop me.
Cody Wilson says his next big project will be revealed later in May or early June. He also says it will be perfectly legal.